What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 7, Episode 20. So if you haven't seen the 20th episode of Season 7 of Tyler Perry's Sistas, turn this video off, go watch the episode, and come back and watch this video. Liking and subscribing to the channel is a simple and free way to support my channel. It helps more than I can express. I sound like a broken record. Every review I say the same thing, but liking and subscribing is a big help. It helps in a big way. I can't stress that enough. I'm not a public speaker, so I will tend to fumble my words. You will hear me say, so, like, 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. Anything I say, it's my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. Comment below what you would grade this week's episode, what you thought of this week's episode. If I forget anything, if I'm off on anything, let me know in the comments. I take constructive criticism on the chin. It is what it is. I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. This episode wasn't bad for me. I feel like it was good. It was better than last week's episode, because last week's episode was trash until all the way up to the last like 5 minutes of it. So this episode was kind of interesting. Dang, I can't really remember what happened. I think I'm gonna give it I'm gonna put it in between a B- and a C-. I can't really remember what happened, so I gotta go through it as we talk about it and give my final grade again at the end. But right now, I'm gonna put it between a B- and a C-. I can't remember everything, but I remember I wasn't bored watching the episode, shall I say. Yeah, Last Chance, Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 7, Episode 20. If you haven't seen it, turn the video off, because I'm about to spoil the entire episode. Dang, I'm breaking out right here. I don't know what that's about. But, yeah, like I said in my previous reviews, I know that y'all used to me smoking in my reviews, but like I said, I found out about 3 weeks ago that I am with child, so I stopped smoking the day after I found out, so that's why I'm not huffing and chiefing doing these reviews. So, yeah. Okay. So, the episode begins with, still at the baby shower. And, you know, Gary's making this announcement about him and Andy getting married. And Andy's standing there looking like a stiff duck. Backing up his story. Like, backing up everything that Gary's saying. So, Gary, he's throwing hella insults. Calling Fatima and Zach the ghetto twins. And ghetto something. Calling them all types of names. I can't remember everything he was saying. He was just being disrespectful to where Zach and Rich was trying to get in his ass. But they had to compose themselves. And then he comes to, then Gary's like, you know what? Matter of fact, no one's invited to the wedding. So he's steady talking shit. He's like, let me go to the bar, get a drink. And Andy's like, well, you know, the baby shower just kind of ended. So how about you go home and I'll call you. So Gary leaves and everybody's looking at Andy like she fucking crazy. So the ladies, they take Andy into another room. Try to talk some sense into her, and she basically doubling down on her and Gary. Apologizes to Karen for ruining her baby shower. And then she lies and tells the girls that she been sleeping with Jordan. I mean, she been sleeping with Gary the whole time she's been with Jordan. And I'm just like, you can see it on, like, that's what be blowing me. Like, why do they think, like, you can see it all over Andy's face that she not really with the shit that's going on. But no one else sees it but Fatima. I'm just like, what is... You would think her girls would see that shit before Fatima would. Fatima's the newest friend. So I was just like... No one sees in Andy's face that she looks like she's in distress, like under duress. No one sees it. I was just like, okay. The dude's out there, Maurice telling them what he hearing. He's like, she said she loved Andy. I mean, she loved Gary, and everybody got to deal with it. And Zach and Rich is just like, I thought Andy was smarter than... I mean, we all thought Andy was smarter. The bitch is a lawyer, for God's sake. But I'm just like, no one read her face and her body language. Like, come on. The way he held her hand up and she was just like... But I digress. It's a Tyler Perry show. We got to remember that every time. So, the ladies, minus Fatima, they come out and... Karen's like, well, I'm leaving. Danny driving me home. Sabrina's like, I'm staying behind to clean up. Rich, you gonna stay with me and help me. Zach's like, all right, I'm going to the car. Tell Fatima I'm in the car. So Andy, I guess she had went to the bathroom in her room and thought all the ladies left. So she comes back out. Fatima's still sitting there. And she like, you know that I know you. And I'm not leaving till I gotta get no answers because all that shit you doing in front of everybody else is bullshit. So I'm just like, that's crazy that Fatima was the only one that saw through the bullshit. So this is when Andy comes clean and tells her about Gary's threats to... Oh, excuse me. She tells Fatima about Gary's threats and his cartel connection and all that other stuff. And Fatima then consoles Andy. So I'm just like, I mean, at least Fatima's the right one to tell. Because Fatima got thug... what's the word? She got thug plugs, I guess. You know, she got the plug to the thugs. Or basically, her cousin, you know. So then we get this next scene at Jordan's place. Ethan's kind of like prepping him for his campaign, asking him campaign questions and whatnot. This is when Rich stops by. And of course, you know, he geeking to tell Jordan what just happened at the baby shower. So he tells her, he tells Jordan, Andy and Gary are engaged, and Jordan's super confused. He's like what? Like, that makes no sense. He's like, he calls her, gets her voicemail. Then this nigga Rich talking about something. I suggest you just leave Andy alone. Why the fuck did you drive all the way to his house to tell him about some shit and then gonna tell him, oh, I think you should just leave Andy alone? Why would you come and tell him then? I would have just not told him then. If you like, why you tell him if you want him to leave her alone? Rich just be so backwards. So then we get this little cute scene. I thought this scene was super cute. Zach's getting less and less playtime on the episodes. I don't know what that's about. I mean, like, maybe they film as Fatima. I don't know, but we get this little scene with Zach. I guess he left Fatima. He gets home, and the nanny that they hired, Miss Rose, she like, Michael's all ready for bed, even though this little boy had on like some play clothes. I don't know what's going on with this show. Zach, he pulls Michael on his lap. He's like, you about to be a big brother. I thought that was super cute, though. And he's just tickling him, and he was just laughing. I mean, little kids' giggles always get me. So I was just like, this scene is cute. So, Rich comes back. I mean, when Rich leaves Jordan's, he goes to Sabrina's. And he telling her that, I went and told Jordan. And he is super confused. He wants answers. Da-da-da. Oh, excuse me, I don't know why I keep yawning. So then Sabrina tells Rich about Damani possibly being her sperm donor. So Rich, he starts going off like, do this nigga like you? Like, is he gonna be around the baby? And Sabrina's like, no, he don't like me like that. He just was being generous. Come on. Now Sabrina's naive as fuck too. I'm just like, come on, Sabrina. You know that man like your ass. Why are you acting like he don't? It's annoying. Like, he like you. So she's like, no, he doesn't like me. He's just being a nice guy. Giving his sperm up. This is like a child. Y'all about to have a child. That man likes you. Like, come on now. And she's like, yeah, of course I would want him to be around because my child might want to know his father. And of course, Rich not feeling it. He like, I don't know. Like, I feel like this nigga like you. I'm not feeling this shit. But it's like, Rich, what can you do? You don't want kids and she wants kids and y'all both the next talk. I'm tired of them. I really am. I'm tired of them. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm tired of them. I ain't gonna lie. So, Tony comes over to Danny's place. She tries to start telling him about what happened at the baby shower because for some reason... Oh, yeah, Tony was there, but he left. So, him and Aaron left early. I thought that was weird. Pam left too. Well, yeah, by the time Gary came, a lot of people left. Pam, Mama Lisa, Tony, Aaron, they was all gone. It was just like the main core cast was there. So, Danny's trying to tell Tony what happened at the baby shower after he left and whatnot. And Tony's like, wait, first, let me get in the shower. So while Tony's in the shower, his phone is like dinging, going off, going off. Mind you, he came in Danny's house on the phone giggling about something. He claims he was on the phone with Rich, and Rich was filling him in about what happened at the baby shower. But I don't know. It was given he was on the phone with his ex-wife. But he gets in the shower. His phone's blowing up, going off. So Danny's like, must be an emergency. Grabs his phone. Sees a text from Tiffany talking about best anniversary gift I've ever gotten. And I'm like, did he just recently give her an anniversary gift? Or is she reminiscing and sending pictures of an old gift he gifted her a while ago when they was together? I don't know what the case is, but like definitely you could tell she wants that old thing back. I mean, we already know she wants that old thing back. So Tony, he gets out the shower, and Danny, she immediately like shows the thirst trap pitch that Tiffany done sent to Tony with her titties all out and shit. So she's like, what's up with this thirst trap photo? Tony, he starts going off, why you going through my phone? And Danny's like, I didn't go through your phone. I just answered it. And she had to clarify that a couple of times, which annoyed me because I'm like, she just told you she didn't go through your phone. She just answered the endless dinging that was happening. I mean, I don't think that was right neither, but still. It was him trying to get away from the subject for me. That's what she's like, no, we're not going to change the subject. Why is your BM sending you nudes and whatnot? And Tony's like, I don't know why Tiffany's doing it. You know exactly why your fucking ex-wife is doing that shit. And you know exactly why, Tony. Like, you know exactly why she's sending it, because she's trying to get back with you. You know it. I don't know why you acting like you don't know it. And if you don't check her about it, then she going to keep doing the shit, like I just said. So he's like, I'm only rocking with you, Danny, this, that, and the third. He tells Danny over and over that he want to be with her, and he tired to keep telling her that. So and he getting tired to keep telling her that, and then he leaves. But before he leaves, this nigga tries to leave out with just his towel on. That's how much he don't want to talk about the shit. That's how much he trying to avoid the conversation. Like, if a red flag was ever in your vision, Danny, just now, that was a red flag. Nigga took the towel, because she was like, that's my towel. He took the towel off and left naked just to avoid the conversation. That nigga's a wild nigga. So then we get this scene with Gary and Andy. They sitting down with this wedding planner. And, it's just a fake ass shit going on. Gary's like, I'm so excited. My fiance's so excited. The wedding planner's like, this is going to be the wedding of the century. All that shit. The wedding planner leaves, so then Andy, she immediately scoots over from Gary, and she's like, can I leave now? She ain't feeling Gary, of course. And he's like, first take off your panties so I can have them to smell throughout the day. And I'm just like, why is they making Gary this creep-ass nigga? I mean, he always been a creep-ass, weird-ass nigga, but why are they doing this to my man? Why are they doing this to that man? So then we get this scene at the bank. Maurice comes in, Sabrina, I want more tea on Gary and Andy. And Sabrina's like, man, I don't have nothing else to say. She said she with the nigga. Ain't nothing we could do about it. So then Damani, he calls Sabrina. He tells her he got all this blood work and paperwork done. And the results should be coming in within the week. And Sabrina's like, I can't tell you how grateful I am to you for doing this for me and whatnot. So then we cut away to the salon, and as Karen is looking through these past due bills, she calls Pam into her office. So Karen, she starts telling Pam, you maxed out the salon's credit card, and now my liability insurance has lapsed. And Pam's like, well, girl, I'll let you borrow some money. And I was in my head, like, before I could even think it, I was like, borrow? Karen was like, borrow? Excuse me. Karen was like, borrow? She was like, you owe me money. You spent you spent her shop money. What you talking about borrow? She talking about something. Karen's like, you either cut me in on this or I don't want to hear about your business no more. And Pam's like, well, you never believed in my business, so I'm just going to keep my little business going, and I'm going to pay you back in 8 months. And I was like, 8 months? Drake, 8 months? What you mean 8 months? Her bills is due right now. What the fuck you mean? You the reason why. You need to be thinking of a payment plan or doing something to help pay her back right now. Or you ain't going to have a job. You only going to have that little business that you got. You going to put her out of business trying to support your business. And I ain't like the way Pam went about it. Because it's like, bitch, you used up her money to support your business. And now her business is about to be in jeopardy because of you. And you just brushing it off as, oh, I'll pay you back in 8 months. 8 months. That's why I be saying some of this shit on these Tyler Perry shows don't be realistic. Because ain't no fucking way you gonna tell me that I'm gonna pay you back in 8 months. She would have been fired. I would have been sued her ass. Fuck that. But I swear it was one episode where Karen said that she had the shop's card or something, and Pam didn't have access to it because her name wasn't on it or something like that. She took Pam's access away from it or something. I could have swore she said that in one of these episodes. I don't remember when, but I remember Karen saying something like that. So I'm like, how did she even get access to be able to spend the shop's money? I mean, the shop card. So then we get this scene with Penelope. She calls Andy and she's like, why did you break up with Jordan? And, you know, Andy's like, Penelope, I don't feel comfortable talking on the phone. It might be bugged and da-da-da. And then Fatima comes in and Andy immediately ends the call with Penelope. And Fatima, she's just like, basically, she's hinting at like let's get Gary killed, basically. Like, let's deal with his ass permanently type shit. So then we get this cringy ass scene. Marie comes into the billionaire client that Andy and Hayden are working together for. She comes into Hayden's office and she's asking him, I got this private island and somewhere you want to get away for the weekend. I'm like, sounds sweet, but... So Hayden's like, yeah, I'm open to it, but we shouldn't go so soon because we don't want to get caught and sabotage the case. And she's like, I don't care about that. And starts massaging Hayden's crotch through his pants. And I'm just like, what you mean you don't care about that? You trying to get your husband for the same shit you doing right now. If you get caught, he gonna get some of that money. Hayden's at least thinking like a lawyer a little bit. But he's just still a wild ass nigga sleeping with this old bitch. Like, it's crazy. So then Tamira, damn receptionist on break, Tamira comes walking into the office. She catches Marie massaging Hayden's crotch. She starts going off. You been fucking this old bitch? That's what that gray pubic hair was. Da da da. And Marie was like, "How I taste?" And it was Marie still massaging the crotch when Tamira came in and spazzing for me. Still was massaging his crotch. Something. It's exactly what it looks like. So Tamira, she storms out, and Hayden goes after her, and they walk past Fatima and Andy at the moment. Fatima and Andy like, what's going on? But then Marie comes out all giddy and shit. Like, hey, ladies, da-da-da, I'm going to a gala tonight. And then Fatima just looking like they want to be know, like they want to know what's going on and shit, whatnot. And I'm just like, well, I'm glad she caught his ass before he caught her ass fucking Gary. So then we get this scene where Tony, he comes by Rich's little smoothie shop and he's telling Rich about, Tiffany's thirst trap pictures and Danny being upset about it and everything going on and whatnot. And, Rich, he basically telling Tony, well, you got to handle it. He should have been telling that nigga, like, you need to talk to your ex-wife, like, and let her know, set some boundaries. Because she thinking that shit okay, she going to keep doing it, like I said. So then Rich, he starts telling Tony about opening up a new location. And Tony's like, well, did you tell Sabrina? And Rich is like, well, no, because, she got a lot going on. He starts telling Tony about the whole Damani giving Sabrina sperm situation. And, Tony, he telling Rich, like, you got you a good woman. You need to figure out what you're going to do before she, like, goes forward with it and whatnot. So now I got Rich thinking because he's like, man, Sabrina is actually the one and whatnot. So it's up to you, big dog. You talking about opening up locations and stuff. It ain't like you can't afford the child. You might as well just go through with it if you really want to be with Sabrina. But like I said, I'm tired of Rich and Sabrina's whole debacle. He don't want kids. She wants kids. If it's not going to work, y'all knew this. So we get the final scene. Jordan pops up at Andy's office. And he's like, I heard you engaged to Gary. Like, you owe me an explanation. And Andy's just caught off guard, stuck, looking like a damn duck again. And that's how the episode ends. I put it in between a B minus, C minus. That whole Tamira scene with Miss Marie and all of that shit was funny. And yeah, it wasn't a bad episode. It left me, I was entertained watching it. I ain't gonna say I was bored or anything, so I would say it was an okay episode. Predictions. I mean, we see next episode, Tamara's talking with Fatima. So she probably about to try to help Fatima get Gary ass. And probably Hayden too. And I mean, I'm just ready for Gary to go down. Like, that nigga is just wilding. But I mean, Andy, I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. Even going along with the shit. I wonder what she gonna tell Jordan. Rich and Sabrina, I'm tired of talking about it. Danny, I feel like she should just leave Tony fuckboy ass alone. Cause like, you sitting up there acting like you don't know why your wife's sending these thirst traps, your ex-wife. It's just like, okay, nigga. And then you allow her to do shit like call her Fanny and just you know what the fuck going on, Tony. You dipped up out of there naked rather than have a conversation. But yeah, those are my little thoughts, what have yous or whatnots for episodes to come. Thanks for watching this review. Comment below what you would grade this episode, what you thought of this episode. If I forgot anything, if I was off on anything, let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. I can't stress enough how much that helps in a big way. Liking and subscribing helps in a big way. Please like and subscribe. Again, comment below. Again, thanks for watching. I will see y'all in the next review. Peace.